Okay, so y'all are about to see some exclusive shit here. We're about to start recording episode 2 of the Dirty Balls podcast, and unlike last time, I'm going to keep rolling the whole time. So that way, if we mess up trying to upload the recorded version, we still have this version. So, Alan, say hello.
What's up?
Jennifer.
What's up?
Okay, and y'all already know me. So start the thing. Wait. Everybody get their coughs and sneezes out so that we don't have to be doing that during the show. All right. Jennifer, would you like to?
No, I'm good. That frightened the cat, though.
No, wait. Restart it. I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready. Fucking hit the thing. I wasn't ready. Delicious. Okay.
Do I need to go give them a reminder to shut up?
No, we're good. All right. Okay, all right. Good. Start it for real this time. Right. Hello, everybody. Welcome to episode 2 of the Dirty Balls podcast. I'm Ethan. That's Alan. That's Jennifer. And so we're ready to go today. Alan, anything you want to say to open it up?
What's up, guys? Sorry we didn't do one last week. It was Jennifer's birthday, and we were in Raleigh at a Hurricanes game all day. So happy late birthday, Jennifer.
Thanks.
All right. We almost didn't have one this week because if my paycheck was better this week, I would have been in Atlanta right now. At the NASCAR race in Atlanta this weekend, but it's raining there right now, so it's a good thing I didn't go because they're probably going to end up having to have it tomorrow, where when I'll be at school. Yeah, woo, yay, go Bears! All right, so Jennifer, anything specific you'd like to say to start us off?
No.
Nothing at all?
No.
You've had 2 weeks to prepare for this.
I'm prepared for the ending. I got exciting stuff to say at the end.
And you're going to wait until the very end of the show to say it?
Yeah.
You can't even give us like a little sneak peek?
No.
Like a hint?
No.
Nothing. Okay, all right. So, who wants to talk about our new scoreboard that I think is it done yet? Is it finished?
It's up.
It's up. All right.
They just got to get power hooked up to it and play along.
So, for years and years and years and years and years, we've had the crappy old scoreboard that doesn't have any kind of audio or any kind of video, like replays and stuff. And I think that this one's going to be able to have that, right?
I think so. We'll have to get in touch, hopefully, like I said, General Manager Mark, and get him on the show, and he can talk about all the updates and stuff before the season starts.
Now, is there anything besides the new scoreboard that's new?
No, nothing new to the stadium. They've taken the poles down for the nets.
Well, they have to redo the outfield fence because the tornado back in whatever damaged it.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, they've started on that. They're going to put chain link fence all the way around, and then they're going to put the padding over the chain link.
Is there going to be new ads out there? Because I missed that crown sign.
I don't know.
That gave us some good memories.
We might need to get Touch-Up Solutions to get some advertising there.
For those of you who don't know, one time was it last season or was it 2016?
2016.
It was 2016. There was a home run, infamously called, that wasn't really a home run. It was there's a sign out in left field for Crown
Plaza.
Crown Plaza, and it's directly to the left of the left field foul pole. So the ball goes over that sign. Clearly a foul ball, and the umpire, thinking of the wrong sport here, I still got hockey on the mind, the umpire just calls that a home run. Wasn't even looking.
What was his name, Jennifer?
Jason.
You sure it wasn't Mike?
No, it was Jason. But I
remember-
believe he goes by Jay.
You remember Jason's last name?
I don't. Do you?
No. Was Jason the black one that one fan thought I was being racist towards?
No, that was Daryl.
That was
Daryl.
Or Daryl, yeah.
Yeah.
And the joke I made was, is your name Daryl or Darrell? Which I don't think is racist. But some fan sent an email in saying that I was... They called that a slur. I don't think that's a slur.
Jason's last name was Johnson. It was Jay Johnson.
Do you remember his last name?
Yep, because I Facebook stalked him.
Yes, that happened.
Did you get blocked?
No.
So,
He didn't know it was me Facebook stalking.
are you friends now with Jason Johnson?
No.
But he knew it was me Facebook stalking him.
Hey, anybody out there that listens to this, go find Jason Johnson on Facebook. He's an umpire in the South Atlantic League.
Nope, not no more.
Still not anymore? Where's he at now?
I don't know where he is now.
Well, you're the expert on him.
Well, he wasn't there last year.
The expert on domes and Jason Johnson.
It's Jason with a Y also, if you want to look him up.
So Y-A...
J-A-Y.
J-A... Okay, all right. That's not
S-O-N.
like Jason Urizawa, where
No.
it's that kind of Y. All right.
But the scoreboard is...
Yeah, we went off on this tangent about Jason and completely forgot about this. It's literally huge.
Yes.
3 times as big.
And HD is going to be awesome. I mean, Lakewood had the best scoreboard in the South Atlantic League, but now we have taken them over.
And Kannapolis, those jealous bastards are probably going to try to outdo us.
Well, they are going to outdo us in 2020. They're going to have a brand new stadium. So
A stadium that's going to have like 12 fans in it at their home games. Because I remember last year on my birthday, we totally drowned them out.
we do that always. We travel very well as the Crawdads.
Yeah, but we usually don't have more people than the
It
home
was just
crowd.
your birthday. It was your birthday. Everybody come out to see you. That's what it was.
Oh, okay, all right. Yeah, everybody wanted to see the famous Ethan turn 19.
Exactly.
I think it was an all-you-can-eat day, so that's
That's
probably why they
exactly
came.
why it
Oh,
was.
yeah, I had so many fries. It was incredible the amount of fries I ate that day. And there was confetti, too.
Yes, there was confetti.
You can't have a birthday, or apparently I can't have a truck without confetti being everywhere.
Glitter.
And glitter.
Yeah,
Glitter.
That was
glitter in the truck. Yeah.
Glitter in the truck, in the AC, so when I turned it on, it blasted me.
Let's not forget about the Vaseline.
Yeah, the Vaseline on the door handles and the windshield wipers.
My windshield wipers, I've cleaned them 20 times since then, and every now and then there's still just a tiny little bit.
That way you can always remember us, guy.
I don't need to always remember you. I see you every week.
Well, you know.
And is there any other details?
Well, hopefully they'll be laying sod within the next couple weeks, but with the rain, the snow has got us behind schedule. But, you know, hopefully they'll get it laid out, I'll say 2 weeks.
Well, last week, because I have media writing too, and I went to do a story about it, and I actually went inside the stadium, and Ashley Salinas, who gave me a business card with her title and stuff on it, some creative director or some shit, she led me around and showed me everything. She showed me the construction going on and gave me a pretty good quote that you can look out for in the April edition of the LRN Monthly. I got a story coming out in March and a story coming out in April, so anybody that listens that goes to Lenore Ryan, look out for the newspaper.
You did better with the quotes this time?
Yes.
The one that fell?
The newspaper that nobody reads.
Any awesome more quotes in the story?
Well, I got one from you,
Oh, of course.
and I got one from Tanner Gardner.
Cool deal.
Yeah, that you helped me get.
Yeah, well, you didn't want to use Nick's either?
Well, I had Nick's, but I got another assignment that's an event preview, so I might make another one specifically about opening day and use Nick's quote in that one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I don't know why anybody out there wants to hear about all that. I don't think anybody at Lenore Ryan is listening because
I don't know. I have to say, the last time I checked, it was 69 listens. That's 60 more than I thought we would get.
nice 69.
Yeah, well.
Nice. The reason why I say I don't think anybody at Lenore Ryan is going to listen because I'm not some loner that eats lunch by himself every day and doesn't have any friends. But on the other hand, I'm not exactly popular. There's like 6 people I talk to.
Well, just wait till this awesome video that we're actually recording video for this podcast. Wait till you see how many. Well, you're actually going to get a like because I'm in this video, so you know that's what I do.
Huh?
You know, I give you likes when I'm in videos.
Oh, okay, all right,
So,
yeah.
Not an automatic thumb
No,
down.
I'm not an automatic and try not to even get it to where it.
Well, my most viewed videos were the rap videos that I made with my friend Brandon that my uncle made me take down because he's like, he told me that, professional people don't make rap videos and put them on YouTube, and but I told him, I was like, I like the videos though, they're fun to make, But for some reason the phone just lit up. Did you get a notification?
No, I didn't get a notification.
Why it looks like we've only. Oh, okay, never mind. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, the videos. DJ Medium Fry featuring extra lettuce and hamburger bun. Those were our rap names. They all had to do with our jobs. Because I still work at McDonald's, and Brandon at the time worked at Burger King. So we had a fast food themed rap group, like 3-6 Mafia, but fried burger mafia. I don't know. So Bartolo Colon.
Yeah, about him.
So big man might.
Big sexy.
Big sexy. It's possible that he could play in Hickory this year. It's possible, not probable.
Anything's possible.
They got Profar down a few years ago.
Yes,
So
they did.
now, what I was telling my mom last night, whenever we were talking about Bartolo Colon being signed by Texas, is that, like at Walmart or Chipotle or Buffalo Wild Wings or whatever, there's a couple times where I've seen one of our crawdads out and about, and I've been like, is that them? And then, like, hey, Alan, is that Jason over there? Is that guy one guy over there?
That one guy?
Yeah.
Plays in that one position?
Yeah.
In that field?
Hey, that's Tanner. Anyway, I've always, there's been a couple times where that's happened, but I've not been sure, so I've not gone over and said anything. There is no possible way that you're not going to notice Bartolo Colon. If you see Bartolo Colon out and about, you're going to know that's him. You're not going to have a question about it.
Very true. He's a big guy.
Yeah, and
he puts me to shame in a way. I got the height, but he's got the
width.
Yeah, exactly.
And I wish that the Crawdads were with the National League team or were in a league that, involved pitchers batting, because it is so funny to watch Bartolo Colon bat. I mean, as far as pitchers go, even for a pitcher, he's bad at batting, which is really saying something. Madison Bumgarner has more home runs in one day than Bartolo Colon had in the 2000s.
He's only got one home run, period.
Exactly. One home run ever. It was against San Diego, and I bet that pitcher wanted to hang himself.
Oh, yeah. But you have to say, he tops, if you don't know, has cards that come out every day. I think it's 3 cards per day about something that happened the day before. Bartolo's home run card was the highest selling Tops Now baseball card since they started doing that. And it's still to this day.
Ever?
Yep. And I think they've only been doing it for two years. Don't quote me on that. But yeah, his at that time when he hit the home run was the fastest selling card in the history of them actually doing that.
The fastest selling or the most selling or both?
Both.
Crazy.
Because they only sell them for one day, for 24 hours, and then that's it. So those are actually, they're not individually numbered, but they're numbered. So.
And it's not like Bartolo Colon's a bad pitcher. I mean, didn't he win a Cy Young Award one year?
I'm not sure on his accolades at all. I just know that he's pretty damn good.
He's played for.
But he's old.
He's played. I know he played for the Mets for a while, and I know he played for the Angels for a while. I think
he played for the Braves last year.
He played for the Braves last year, and I think there's one more team he played for, but I can't quite remember. I want to say some team out west, like Colorado or San Diego or something like that, but I feel like he's pitched somewhere else out west. I know there's the Angels and the Braves and Mets, but I feel like there's somebody comment where else he's played. If he has played somewhere else, I don't know if he has. I've not kept up with him, especially during his tenure with the Mets, because I hate the Mets. They're the team that I hate the most. So hey, if you're out there and you're a Mets fan, I hate you. No, I'm just kidding. I don't hate anybody. Well, except for what's his name? Oh Lord, the guy that sent the email. We came up with some random name for him. I think it was Jack. We just called him Jack for the rest of the year. Jack in the Fun Police.
I think that's right.
I hate that guy. That guy was boring. The guy probably lives with his mom. I do too, but
yeah.
I bet he has cats.
I do too, but I'm 19 and that guy's like 35. So yeah. He had a big beard, but not like a cool beard. It was like a hipster beard. Yeah,
Not a cool beard.
He probably puts expensive gel in it.
What's wrong with expensive gel? I mean, mine's not expensive, but it's just.
It's not gel though. You have oil.
Oil and balm. Yeah. Badass beard company. Shout them out.
Not a sponsor.
Not a sponsor, but that'd be cool if they did. Thank you, Tanner Gardner, for hooking me up with them.
Yep. So we're the only podcast out there that gives you baseball, cats, and beard discussion. So I don't.
But you know, your pace of play is starting to suck.
Really?
Yeah. I mean,
That's your transition right
that's my
there.
transition.
I
I
thought
was
it was
waiting on
good.
that one.
That's your segue.
Well, you know, that's just,
That's the best thing you could come up with. All right.
I mean,
All right, we are right behind the Glass Case of Emotion podcast when it comes to segues and transitions. That's y'all. I know y'all probably haven't listened to that. It's Ryan Blaney, Kim Coon, and Chuck Bush on NASCAR.com. That's my favorite podcast. But anyway,
we know.
their transitions are just as awful, and they give each other just as much hell over it. But anyway,
I mean, it's not hard to transition to a left turn.
I feel like there's got to be a rule. No more NASCAR references.
But you know, they don't talk about racing a lot. They talk about they talk about the previous race for
I
like
don't care what they talk about.
they talk about the
About
previous
us.
race for like 5 minutes, and then they move on to all kinds of different stuff. Just because Ryan Blaney's a funny guy, and so is Kim Coon, and so not
We
a guy.
definitely need to have a talking clock about racing. You know, pace of play, but
All right, wait. Ryan Blaney, please come on the show. I'll tweet you. He lives in Charlotte. It's not too much of a drive. He can come down here one time. Anyway, so speaking of pace of play, last night I was watching a spring training game on MLB Network between the Yankees and Tigers. Or actually, no, that was Friday night. And they talked about 2 ideas for pace of play. And I understood the logic of both of them, and I didn't like either of them. The first one was to start every extra inning with a runner on second. And the other one is that the team that's trailing in extra innings gets to choose what 3 batters they put up in the inning. So like they get to choose where they want their 3, 4, and 5 guys to start no matter where they're at. And the logic behind that was, you know, if you're in the NBA and you're trailing towards the end, you're obviously going to have LeBron or whoever the best player on your team is go in. So why not do the same thing in baseball? I understand the logic, but I don't like it. Now, I like the second base thing, but I would start him on first because you know, what's to stop you from putting your guy out there like Jimmy Rollins or D. Gordon or, you know, the other speedsters, putting them on second. You just need, you know, a simple base hit, and then you're automatically gonna get that runner in. So those are 2 ideas that I understand, but I don't like. Personally, I don't care about pace of play. If I'm paying money to go to a game, I don't care if it lasts a long time.
no, I don't. I'm like you. I could care less. I mean, they've done the study, and I think it was either 15 or 30 minutes difference. I mean, and what is that? You're not saving anything by that, and you're not losing anything. I mean, it's baseball. You're there to have fun. I mean, I know for me that's my spot to go, and my zen spot, I guess you could say. So,
But I mean,
you know, and I know that there's a lot of people not liking it. Matt Verlander, he absolutely hates it.
pace what? Pace of play or the
Pace of
argument
play.
against it?
The pace of play. He doesn't like where they're, what is it, 6 mound visits now? They're going to try that.
And the player having to stay in the box no matter what.
Yeah. Well, see, and then didn't you say Wilson Contreras, Jennifer? Didn't you read something about he was pissed off about that?
I don't remember.
I don't know. I think it's a AAA rule where, because I went to a Charlotte Knights game last year, and there was like a 20-second clock from the time from the time the catcher caught the pitch to giving it back to the pitcher and starting the next pitch. And I think it's an automatic ball if they're not in their windup by the end of that 20-second count.
Yeah, I'm not sure what that is, but I think it starts in AA. But they do. I know, but there's not many AA teams around us. But I know in Charlotte, we'll see. I think it was 2 years ago. Me and Jennifer's father and Lucas went to the Braves game. It was on Memorial Day. We left early and went down to Gwinnett, just so we could say we went to Gwinnett. And we sat down behind the ball boy, and he actually explained it because we'd never seen it. And I think it's, like I said, 30 seconds maybe. The batter has to be in the box within a couple of seconds. You know, I think 10 or 15 seconds. If he doesn't get in, it's an automatic strike against him. And if the pitcher doesn't come set in a certain amount of time, it's a ball for the batter.
Yeah, I remember. I think Nick was telling me that Tim and Monica and then went to a game in Charlotte, and that Nick asked a ball boy or something like that about it, and he said the same thing. I think that was Nick that I had that conversation with. If it wasn't, then sorry for the false shout out, but whatever. So yeah, but the runner on second thing, I'd like to see that implemented a few times just to see what it's like. Like maybe experiment with it in some spring training games. I don't like the automatic. Well, actually, I'm going to change my stance on that. I do like the automatic intentional walk, where they don't have to pitch all 4 pitches. They can just send them down.
That's awesome.
That's good. That's the only pace of play initiative so far that I've been into. The limited mound visits. That's I don't like that.
Right. I mean, well, it does get kind of boring, but you know, being with us and doing the Kumbaya chant, we won't be able to do that as much.
Or the left, right, left, right, left, right
Yes,
in West Virginia.
Yes, but like I said, I think the guys that's actually in the MLB right now that haven't had the chance and the opportunities to actually mess with the clock, like Verlander, he never had to mess with it. He doesn't like it because he's not used to it. Now the guys, you know, in AAA right now, that's what they have to do. So
I feel like
I don't think they have a bad.
I don't want to see guys get rushed. I want to I love watching like Madison Bumgarner, Clayton Kershaw, Justin Verlander. I love watching ace pitchers do their thing. And I feel like if they get rushed to do a pitch in a certain amount of time, like think about if like Maddox or Glavine or somebody only had that amount of time to pitch, they would get flustered and not pitch as well. I just feel like ace pitchers take their time, and I'm fine with that.
Well, there's some pitchers that take way too much damn time. As last year, we actually put one in slow motion, and you couldn't even tell that he was in slow motion. You know,
Was that at one of our games, or was that a major league game?
It was one of our games.
Was it one of our pitchers?
No, it wasn't our pitcher.
Do you remember who it was?
I have no idea.
I don't even remember the team.
I don't remember them either. But he just, when he would come sit, I mean, it was just super slow motion. It was horrible.
I don't think I was at that game.
Probably not.
I was probably slinging some fries that night.
Or playing with balls on a bowling alley somewhere. Okay.
Right, you guys met bowling.
Yeah.
Bowling is cool. I don't care what anybody says. Bowling's awesome.
Anyway. But yeah, I mean, pace of play. It could work. We never know. We'll just have to see.
Y'all have any ideas for pace of play? Have y'all been mulling that over and thinking about it?
I mean, for me, the whole 6-mound visit thing and people getting pissed off about it, and I understand the sign stealing. They have the cameras that, if you're in the outfield, that can zoom right into the catcher's nose and see something hanging out. If you're going to steal signs, and I've also heard where they were having catchers wear earpieces, like they do in the football. That way, coach from inside the dugout can give him what's going on. I can't see a pitcher wearing something like that, but I don't think it's a problem. And if you have a problem with, not coming out to the mound, you're in the dugout with your catcher while, your team's batting. Y'all sit beside each other and say, hey, I'm going to scratch my butt twice. This is what's going to happen. If I scratch my butt twice, go to the second signal. You don't have to come out there to the mound.
Now, I remember back in 10th grade on a school trip in Washington, D.C., which was a boring-ass trip for a whole week. We just had to go to a bunch of museums and stuff. But one fun thing was we went to a Nationals game. And I was sitting next to my science teacher, Josh Cooper. Shout out to him, who's probably not going to ever hear this, but shout out to him anyway. And we were talking about pace of play because he's a cool teacher. I'll always like him. We talk about baseball and racing and stuff. Anyway, but I don't even think he teaches there anymore. But no, he still does, but whatever. That's not the point. The point is, his idea was during extra innings to implement something he called extreme baseball or some shit like that. I don't remember what he called it, but anyway, he said 2 strikes, 3 balls, 2 outs, start with a runner on second for extra innings. Now, that could be an answer to having a runner on second. Yeah, runner on second, but you start with an out, and everything goes down 1. 2 outs, 2 strikes, 3 balls.
Maybe. I mean, that's pretty extreme.
I say you just leave it alone.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I mean, baseball's worked for 200 years almost, but, I mean, in 1869, I think was when it started, or 79, or something like that, so 150 years, but I like that idea. I think that's a cool idea. If anything was ever done about pace of play, that's what I would do.
Do you want to do that in the playoffs?
There should be nothing should change about pace of play in the playoffs.
But if you're going to have pace of play, you're going to have it throughout the season, from beginning to end. You can't just have it. Oh well, it's the playoffs. They need to have something where it's from beginning to end, and not change nothing up. But I say don't have it at all.
I'd say have it during the regular. If they're gonna do pace of play, they should only do it during the regular season. Don't mess with the playoffs. Playoff baseball is a totally different animal. Like if you ever get to a game 7 in an NLCS or World Series or something like that, there's always like 6 or 7 different pitchers. It turns into a kind of a pseudo all-star game because with all different pitchers and substitutions and stuff. And I like that. I think it was 2 years ago, the Giants and Cubs and not the wild card game, but it might have been. Was that the wild card? I don't remember. It might have been the NLCS, but there was one game that went like 5 hours, and
The last year's World Series game.
that happened in last year's World Series. The last couple of years, the playoff games have lasted way longer than the regular season games, and I've been fine with it. I think the greatest baseball game I have ever watched was Game 7 of the 2016 World Series between the Cubs and oh Lord, nobody remembers who loses. Who was it?
I don't remember because they lost.
Oh my goodness, I'm totally drawing a blank on this. It was the Cubs Indians. It was the Indians. Yeah, the Cubs and Indians, because there was the extra innings and the rain delay, and I felt like, okay, if the world ends right now, that'd just be fine, because I've seen the best baseball game I'm ever going to see in my life, and I'm only 19. Only 18 at that time. I don't know if y'all heard that, but the dog just barked. Did y'all hear that on there?
That's at least the second time.
You comment if you
You
heard
didn't
if you heard the dog
notice
bark.
it the first time?
I didn't.
Mm.
Is this the only time you ever talk? Is to
correct you
to
when you're
correct
wrong?
me?
Or if it's about an animal, cat, dog,
Crawdad.
squirrel.
Did you see a squirrel?
Speaking of animals, Twitter. There's a bird on the Twitter logo. That's an animal. And there was some activity yesterday on Twitter. How's that for a transition?
That was a great transition.
That was awesome.
No.
Boom! Segued the shit out of that one. All right. So there were some tweets yesterday, and I wasn't really on Twitter yesterday because I was at work. So I'm gonna kind of.
But my phone notifies me when the crawdads tweet.
I'm gonna kind of shut up for a few minutes and let them go on about this one because I wasn't there. So there was some stuff on Twitter yesterday. Let's go on ahead with that.
Let's mark this down, all 5 fans. Ethan is going to shut up for a minute. Let's just take that in.
Oh, Jennifer's showing me the pictures.
Okay. Well, what had happened was.
What had happened is, all right, go.
I don't remember exactly what tweet started it all.
Asheville.
I know
Asheville
Asheville
Tourist.
started it.
They had a job fair. They said their job fairs today come out and work for the best team in the world, right?
The Crawdads?
Yes.
No, the tourists.
Taurus. Shut up, Ethan.
2015 losers.
Yes, they tweeted out that they wanted to come out and work for them because they're the best team in the world. Well, they're not. But we're not being biased. But the dads tweeted out, we didn't know that you guys changed your name to the dads. So, and then these intimidators had to jump in too and saying that they were the best team in the world and even in the state of North Carolina. They're not. But so I said, well, and I went back and looked at the schedule.
Who is the best team in North Carolina, Alan?
That's the, Crawdads.
Not the Durham Bulls?
No.
Okay.
Or the Grasshoppers.
Well, what about the Winston-Salem power outlets or Dash or whatever?
Dash. No, they're not them. Not them either.
Okay.
Or the Burlington Bears.
Oh, all right.
No, Royals, sorry. Anyway.
The Lenore Ryan Bears.
Yeah, the Bears, whatever.
They're right at the bottom.
Hey,
They're at the bottom.
in the South, they're the best right now.
Like
in
they
the South.
said, like they said in Moneyball, you got well shit, and then you got under it. That's the Bears.
We beat Anderson yesterday
Okay.
in the South Atlantic League, no conference, because the Crawdads are the South Atlantic League. The Lenore Ryan Bears are the South Atlantic Conference. Sorry, I told y'all it was y'all's turn.
Yeah.
Finish the tweet.
So I tweeted out. I said, you guys play 10 games before the All-Star break. Let's see who wins that many games in between that, and then after the break, the winner the loser has to wear the winner's jersey as the mascots at the next home game.
And they agreed to that?
Well, the Intimidators had this awesome tweet, and I'm being very sarcastic. They said they're not scared, but they were talking about how they're not intimidated. Yeah, they had to use that.
We can't do that. We can't say we're not crawdadded. We can't do that. You can't use our name as a verb.
So, but I think they agreed to it. Jennifer made this super awesome picture of Timmy Gator in a Crawdads jersey.
You want to put it up on the video version?
So, but again, if you want to go see it, Tree Hill Kitty on Twitter.
Look at that. That's cool.
So, and what did the Intimidators tell you?
Speechless.
Yeah, because they know what's going to happen. And then the Crawdads came back and said, yep, he will definitely have one of those on. So I made some stuff happen. That's what I do. But whether both teams will actually hold up on the bargain, we'll see. I hope so. I think it'll be funny.
That's what I love about minor league baseball and like minor sports in general, like the G League or the D League or whatever it's called now in the NBA. It used to be called the D League. I think now it's the Development League. And now it's called the G League because it's sponsored by Gatorade. But anyway, minor league sports in general have a lot more interaction with fans and a lot more interaction between teams and mascots and stuff like that than Major League Baseball. You wouldn't see the Braves and Nationals and Mets tweeting back and forth at each other with stuff like that. You just don't see it. You don't see the Cavaliers and Warriors doing it.
Well, in minor league, the MILB even tweeted out that these guys were smack talking to each other yesterday, which was pretty funny. And I've been listening to some MILB podcasts, and they're talking about, teams changing their names to like their special foods. But let's talk about a team changing their name this year.
All right.
Yeah.
Before we get to that, I just want to mention real quick that I was watching the Braves play minor league baseball last night, and guess who I saw get a hit?
Who's that?
I saw Austin Riley get a hit.
Yeah.
Man, Austin Riley, we gave him so much hell when he played against the Crawdads last season, but me being primarily a Braves fan before the Rangers, I'm probably going to end up pulling for Austin Riley and liking him because he got on the spring training roster, so he might be in Atlanta pretty soon. But
he's a cool guy. He actually, he's one of those guys that come over and talk to us.
Yeah.
And wasn't a peckerhead about stuff.
Yeah. Sorry I had to
ruin. But he is on the golden sombrero.
I did have to ruin your amazing transition.
Well,
into the Crawl Moms?
The Crawl Moms.
The Crawl Moms. When the Hickory Crawdads set Twitter ablaze for about...
No, social media. It wasn't just Twitter. It was...
I don't get on the
It
other
was
ones.
5 hours. 5 hours is how long it went on.
Facebook, Twitter, Instagram.
I stay on Twitter and Instagram a lot, but not really on Facebook a lot, so I didn't really know it was on Facebook too. But yeah, the Crawl Moms. So, Jennifer, I'm going to let you take the reins on this one. Talk about the Crawl Moms.
I don't have anything to say about that.
Yes, you do.
I didn't like it. It went on for too long. It would have been okay if they wouldn't have made such a big deal out of having like a big announcement to make. It agitated.
Like, I'm not coming to a Crawdads game again. You guys ruined this and ruined that. I knew I knew it was fake. I thought one of two things. One, they're either going to say, haha, we got you. Or two, they're going to say, yeah, we're doing it, but it's just a Mother's Day promotion. Turns out they did both of those.
Yep, they did.
So early that morning, well, weeks before that, they kept doing all these little teaser trailer type things, like we've got a big announcement coming up. And then what day of the week was it? Yeah, I think it was
a Friday.
It was a Friday morning. I remember getting out of class and getting on Twitter, and everybody was mad at the Crawdads, and it said Hickory Crawdads was trending, and I did not think that the Hickory Crawdads would ever be trending on anything. And so I'm like, all right, well, let's see what fresh hell this is. And then, oh my goodness, the crap storm that ensued. The Crawdads made this big announcement saying that they had officially changed their name from the Crawdad to the Crawl Moms, and they had all this pink apparel that they were trying to get out to the people, and the people totally flip-flopped. After they realized it was just for Mother's Day, everybody wanted it now. Everybody was like, oh, I want that shirt, I want that hat. But when they thought it was going to be for the whole season, especially Lee and Bryson, who I did not think would be as gullible as they really were, they were hating on it. And so was the general public in this area.
From what I heard, there was people who brought their ticket books back to the stadium and said they wanted their money back and they are not coming to the game. That's just what I heard. But, you know,
Totally not sexist at all. Let's just move past that.
it was all in fun. You just had to stop and take a breath. And
We
think
use
about
that phrase way too often. Calm down, people. It's just fun.
it. Just fun. Because they didn't read the story. Jennifer messaged me, and she's like, did you not see that MILB tweeted about it? I have the app on the phone. It did not pop up that they changed their name officially, so I wasn't worried about it. But who tweeted it was the MILB promo. So it was a promotional. So,
That's
and
what
if you went
promo
back and read the story, it said famous mothers, and they used Marge Simpson.
Hey, Marge Simpson's great.
Yeah, but you know what? She's not
Real.
Baseball player.
real. And then Peter Griffin didn't like it. You know what? He's not
Real.
real.
Yeah, but
So-
I bet Lois liked it.
Yeah, well, no, they wouldn't. They wouldn't quote from her.
Francine from American Dad. That's another great mom.
But anyway,
Uh,
it's going to be awesome. I think it's going to be. I actually love it. You know,
also, who cares,
Yeah.
right? It's baseball.
it's baseball.
They're gonna
But
ch-
it's awesome that they're going to have it on Mother's Day. I've always wanted to do something.
Names are going to change. Baseball stays the same.
But I would like to see the Crawdads do something with some kind of famous food.
Mhm.
I mean, we started Liver Mush Mondays.
I love liver mush.
Let's not go there. Ugh.
Well, it's our delicacy around this area.
I hope they continue that this coming season. But I
Yeah,
don't
back to
know.
the Crawl Moms thing. I messaged them on Twitter, and they said that they try to do it for real because I wanted to see a pink version of the alternate hats with the state map and the claw on it. I think a pink version of that would be really cool. I'd rock that every day of the week. I would do it.
Well, I'm definitely getting the hat that they do have because the bill's pink. I'm not being hee-hee, but you know, breast cancer awareness. I'm a big advocate for that. So, but
And I'll wear pink anytime. I don't wear pink when I'm told to. I wear it when I get up in the morning and look into my closet and say, hey, look at that. That pink shirt is clean. That's when I wear pink. I don't do it when I'm told to.
is it just because that shirt's the only one that's clean?
I'm just saying. I got a really comfortable pink shirt. When I wear it to work, people make fun of me. Like, it's a color. People, are colors really that big of a deal?
Well, I had a nice pink shirt before my house burnt down that said "Real men wear pink."
So that I'm not into that. I don't. Real men wear pink. Real men wear what they want to. Also, I don't like shirts with sayings on them, and just shirt like you see them on Facebook, and like they get like way too specific. Like I'm a cool baseball mom of a mixed kid that is also an A student. Like you see these way too specific shirts on Facebook, or like oh. It's a Jackson thing. You wouldn't understand. Like, you realize, same thing with Zodiac stuff. They just make one of those for every last name to make people feel special. Whatever.
Participation ribbon.
That's a totally different thing I don't want to get into. It's like if you walk into a football stadium that's completely packed and you say happy birthday, somebody's going to say thank you. You didn't know it was their birthday. You're just putting it out there. It's the same thing whenever you make these super specific shirts. Somebody's going to say, "Oh, that shirt's totally for me." No, it's for the thousands of people like you who think that you're the only one that's like you.
I know what we're getting him for his birthday this year. I'm not sure what it's going to say yet, but it's going to be a super specific shirt.
We got him one last year that says size doesn't matter, right?
That's pretty specific.
It had a wiener
We
on
had a
it.
wiener.
For the from Sausage Party, which is a terrible movie. Just the worst. Anyway, that's about all the topics we have for today. So, we're going to go with our super special ending that we started last week and everybody just loved. Jennifer, we're going to...
Hold on, before we do that,
okay.
I got something right quick I wanted to say last week. I'm not bribing fans, but I kind of want some listeners. Please go leave a comment, whether it's good or bad, on iTunes. You know, just let us know what you like, what you don't like, what we can improve on, you know, what you want to hear. And I have something planned at the very end of the season for something, something special. So for each name or each comment or whatever, you know, shout out, follow. We hope to have a Facebook page up pretty soon. But, yeah, your name's going in a hat for something special.
And he's got a big head, so it's a big hat.
It's not a hat, guy.
What is it?
This is something special. If I give it away,
No, I'm talking about the hat that the names
You were
go
going to put
into.
the names in a hat.
Oh, in the sombrero.
In the
Yeah.
sombrero. Okay, all right.
Yeah, we still
So,
got to find and get one of those, but we're working on that.
if that's all that you've got,
That's all I got.
And that's all that I've got. Then we're going to close the show. Jennifer Day, take it away.
Okay, I wanted to tell everybody that yesterday marked the opening day for Pelicans on 321.
Woo!
Everybody's favorite snowball place.
Pelicans!
We took the kids
Not
there
the
last
Myrtle Beach
night.
Pelicans.
No. We took the kids there last night, and Alan, myself, and Lucas have all decided to do the 100 Snowball Challenge
They got
this
some
year.
weird flavors like pickles and mashed potatoes. They got like
They do not have mashed potatoes.
Well,
They
that can
do
be
have
your
dill
next
pickles.
idea. Pickles.
My favorite flavor is tiger's blood. If you want to check that out,
What's
that's
that?
my recommendation. It's strawberry and coconut, and it's delicious.
Ooh, that sounds good.
You want to take a bet on which one's mine? You want to take a guess? Take a guess. The Crawdad. Conrad.
Well, you didn't give us time to take a
Well,
guess.
you know, you were taking too long.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Conrad has his own.
This is not your segment,
Well, you started it.
Jennifer.
This is mine. You're taking things away from my time.
She's got stuff written down. She's ready. Keep going.
I also like the Georgia peach. That would be my next recommendation. That's what me and Lucas got last night. Alan, do you want to tell them what you got?
Banana.
There you go.
I've not been in a long time, but when I went, I got watermelon, and it was pretty good.
They also have toothpaste, and you should try it because it's really not that bad.
I got one in Lenore, and my manager at McDonald's, Eric, told me to. He gave me his credit card and a list of what everybody wanted, and it took me like an hour.
Did anybody have banana?
Yes.
It's alright.
Jennifer, anything else?
Nope, I'm good now. That's it.
All right. Well, so that's episode 2, Attack of the Colóns. We got to come up with something good. We ended with bikes last time.
Well, I'm just going to say, it is baseball season. It has started.
It's on.
There's games on right now. I'm not sure what the Rangers are doing. I just know they got beat yesterday
All right.
6-1.
All right. Well, let's get off of here and go watch some of those games.
It'd be nice if it was on MLB Network. I'm going to tweet them. They're not on until when, Jennifer?
They're not on it. I already looked through March 7th, and there are no Rangers games on MLB Network.
All right.
Yes.
Okay. Well, with that complaint, that's the Dirty Balls Podcast, episode 2. Please join us next week, or are we going to record next
Yeah,
week?
we're going to try. We're going to
all
try
right.
to pump them out every week.
Monday mornings.
Try to.
Check in with us next Monday morning. That is March 2nd, 3rd, 4th, something like that. It's early March, so we'll get ready for college basketball for March Madness.
Yeah.
It's gonna be fun. As long as the Carolina team wins, Duke, Carolina, NC State.
No Duke.
Not Duke.
I want a team from this state to win.
No Duke.
That's the Dirty Balls Podcast, episode 2. Goodbye, everybody.
Like and share, please. Thank you.
We made it 40 minutes.
What was that for?
He recorded it twice.
I have an editing software.
Oh, guys, guess what? The YouTube version's still rolling. We should probably end that too.
See that? Right there.
Bye, everybody. Jennifer, you want to hit the thing and stop the recording?
Deuces.